I just bought a new truck. Here's an idea that will be very controversial. No trailer, no tow mirrors. So this is my old truck. It was a 2000 Shelby Silverado. The only thing wrong with this truck is the engine, the transmission, the transfer case, the four-wheel drive doesn't work, the ball joints, the U-joints, the wheel bearings, the front differential, the rear differential, a bunch of electronical stuff on the inside. That's it. So it was time to upgrade. I used to have a diesel. I really liked it. The most important thing for me here is the four-wheel drive. Out of the 4 years that I owned this truck, I think the four-wheel drive worked a collective of 2 weeks tops, maybe the whole time. The reason for that is this right here. Electronic four-wheel drive. When I become president, this will all be illegal. This truck has a manual shift four-wheel drive. When I move that lever, it physically moves linkage that physically transfers this truck into four-wheel drive. There's no auto four-wheel drive, 2 high, 4 high, 4 low. If your truck doesn't have a lever like that, get rid of it immediately. So one of the really attractive things about this truck is it was a diesel with a long bed and it already had a flatbed on it, which is kind of what I was looking for. I really need like a service body, but they're kind of expensive and I can make kind of a service body for that. The thing that was really attractive to me about this truck is that it has 127,000 miles on it. There's a couple things I don't like. Some thumbsucker put these big stupid wheels on. There is a touch more rust on the frame than I would have normally liked, but the body is clean. There's no rust on the body and there's no bed to rot off. So that aluminum flatbed is never gonna rot. I was really looking for a stock truck. The problem is finding one of these truck stock is so hard, and then they want 30 or 40 grand for it, and like that's insane. There is a couple things I want to do right away to help increase the longevity of this truck. Just some really foolish things that previous owners added, and then who knows? First thing is the batteries. They're dead. Batteries come here to die. My truck spent one night here and the battery is dead. The channel's new slogan is 99 Projects, the place where batteries go to die. I wonder what that does. You know it's done right when you use drywall screws to tighten up your battery connections. Keep the batteries warm or they'll die immediately. Why is that doing that? I guess it's fight day. I just broke the key off in this lock because it's frozen. Normally that wouldn't be a problem because I could just take a grinder and cut that lock off. Guess where my grinder is? If you guessed locked inside my shipping container, you'd be exactly correct. You want to know where my torch is? Yep, it's in there too. This isn't going to work. I bought this lock under the impression that it was really hard to defeat. I probably shouldn't even show that on the internet. Imagine those poor people that have to do this inside of a heated shop with a concrete floor. I couldn't think of a better time to do this than in a blizzard. This brake caliper's hanging up. I'm gonna replace it. Oh good, they weren't tight. I lied, some of them are tight. Oh. Apparently you have to take all the lug nuts off. Is it because I kicked it? I'm not completely confident that this is going to turn into way longer and way bigger of a job than it needs to be. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that actually came free. Sometimes it's nice to verify that you got the right part. It even looks the same. Check that out. AutoZone was firing on all 2 cylinders this morning. I tried taking this off. I grunted twice and it didn't hop off immediately. This isn't the problem. I'm going to clean these surfaces up, put some of this brake grease that I have on here, and this will be fine. It's the sliding bolts that was causing the caliper to hang up. It's green, so you know it's got to be good for you. Don't forget your safety glasses.
That's a huge violation!
There's an absolute ton of life left in these pads, but from that caliper sticking, they got glazed over. Running it over with a wire wheel takes that glaze off. I'm glad they didn't make that a long bolt. I'm gonna do the thing that should not be done and put this back together. Why are the trays that you buy sockets on more secure than online banking? And why is it 11? I've never used an 11 in my life. How tight can you go before that breaks? That's 10. Yeah, not the same. That's so criminal. You have 3 different size bolts on the same caliper. That's the kind of thing you ought to have rotten tomatoes hurled at your face for. I'm gonna surface shield a bunch of this stuff. I really like this. You know, you can use regular oil and diesel fuel mix, like used motor oil and diesel fuel. It's a little messier. This just really helps prevent any further rust from developing. And that's my second person. Do that a few more times until I get full pedal. Spray that up nice with surface shield, put that back on. I got a nice pedal. I'm pretty happy with that. You know, as much fun as this is, I might wait until it's not snowing to do some more work on this. Now that's the face of I need help more than anybody's ever needed help before. Too bad you don't have 4-wheel drive. I just picked this toolbox up from Tractor Supply. My plan is to have one on each side for all the tools and storage. How did you get up there, goofball? Yes. You want to be up there too?
Spare me that nut, Jim.
Another job well done.
Uh-oh.
First pull. Second pull. Third pull. Fourth pull. Fifth pull. Dude, that thing should be starting immediately.
I'm not pulling the thing with the kill switch off.
You don't know
if
that that's
you
off.
want to try it, you try it.
I gotta eat my trail mix.
Ow!
Don't forget to tighten it up with my hammer. Thank God for the government cans where we'd be able to pour that at an efficient rate. It's too cold to start a snowmobile.
Ah!
That's totally normal. No! 3 hours later. Why would you want one of those things? I would classify snowmobiles and batteries in about the same category. I want to ride it. What a disaster that thing is. Let's get back to working on the truck. I wasn't going to go overly impressed, but then I found out my sledgehammer fits in here. I really like this size box. So this box has all kinds of stuff in it, a lot of load securement, ratchet straps, these things. What are these called? Pipe wrenches for like changing balls on hitches, tire repair kits, ratchets, socket sets, vice grips. I got a big heavy duty jack in here, coolant and oil, starting fluid. This is some of the stuff that I would use if I was going to go do a recovery, like to drag something out of the weeds, like a whole piece of equipment, or you find an opportunity to be able to help somebody. I run into plenty of situations where I could jump start somebody's car on the side of the road because I had jumper cables or whatever. What do you guys think of the new truck? Huh? Just remember there's edges. Go boys. Okay, buddy. What do you think he's digging for? What do you think he's digging for? Huh? Huh, guys? Whenever you go to the store to buy a bolt, always buy in bulk. And then, what happened here? Buy washers and not nuts twice like I did. At some point when it's not the middle of winter.
Yeah.
And there's the second box, both lockable. I am really happy with that tool storage solution. I can still use the gooseneck. It came with the rails, and thanks to all of my hoarding, I have the fifth wheel and the gooseneck plates for this. If I didn't mention it, this is a 3500 series truck, so it is more than capable of towing a 10-ton gooseneck or something rated for 25,000 pounds, whatever. And I'm really liking the look of the flatbed. I like the usability. Sides may be in order someday. Definitely still work to do to this. One of the next things that's going to happen is it's going to get a heavy duty steel bumper. You can buy them, but they're like 1,200 bucks. I can build one for cheaper than that. There's three things you can count on in this life: paying taxes, dying, and running something over, not necessarily in that order. So you got to have a bumper or it's just going to ruin the truck. I'm really happy to have this truck. I was getting pretty sick and tired of the other truck not having four-wheel drive. That was really the driving force behind getting a new truck. One of the mistakes I made with the other truck is I really did not take care of it. I was pretty hard on that truck, and after a while it was pretty clear that the four-wheel drive to fix it was just such a daunting task. I pretty much gave up maintaining it. Not a good thing, but that's the reality of the situation. I'm gonna do a much better job taking care of this truck. This truck will be used regularly around here, and I'm looking forward to getting to put it to work. Guys, this was a crazy year. The channel saw tremendous growth. I was overwhelmed. I met some amazing people through YouTube. I've had an absolute blast this year making videos and doing all the editing, and then the interactions that I get with you guys after the fact. You guys are probably one of the best audiences on YouTube, because I jump around on this channel all the time. One minute I'm rehabbing houses, next minute I'm playing with my shop or building something for that, and next thing you know I'm buying a old dilapidated truck or cutting up trailers, last minute winter repairs, whatever it is. You guys are always along for the ride, and I really appreciate that. Enough cannot be said. You guys give me your time, and I am forever grateful to all of you. So for myself, Max and Mingo, and everybody else here at the 99 Projects headquarters, Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys next year.